بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم به نستعين ونهتدي والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله صلى الله عليه وسلم أفضل الخلق والمرسلين أثره نقتفي وبه نقتدي أما بعد. Ladies and gentlemen, assalamu alaikum to all of you. The topic of today is the dream of the Maghreb, the Maghrebi dream. Well, actually, it's a tough story, but I'm going to talk about it. And I will use my words to talk about the cooperation in terms of culture and economics, and also about the common points between people of the Maghreb countries. Well, the Maghreb countries is the collection, or is it's located in North Africa, and you have 5 countries. You have Morocco, Algeria, Tunisia, Libya, and Mauritania. After the independence of these countries in the 1950s, the 1960s, each country started to set up the institutions of the modern civil state in partnership with Egypt or the ex-colonizing country. And nevertheless, governments and people of the Maghreb were challenging to create the union because of many factors and many reasons. So there was some attempts, especially in the 1980s. Unfortunately, it was successless, but not useless. Even though people, became and are still frustrated about the idea. So they want to get that union, but how come? So it's really very, very tough. So that's why I will get to the point, and I'm going to implement a sort of analysis of SWOT, analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats of that project, or of that dream. I mean, this dream is a real project, and people and also governments are willing to make it and to get that performance, but till now, no way. And even in the in the way of thinking, and also how to deal with the idea of the Maghreb, you can feel that that idea exists in our way of thinking, also in the medias, national medias or international medias, talk about that dream. And in some international news channels, you can find TV programs every day. They book like 2 hours session just for the Maghreb issues. For example, well, I'm not going to give the example. Directly, but there is a session called the Maghreb Harvest, in a famous news channel. It is famous in the Arab world, and everyone knows it. And that channel, it has the English version, the Arabic version, and also the French version, and other versions. So the dream is still alive, but the performance remains tough. Okay, so let's talk about the SWOT analysis. So we are going to start by the strengths. The strengths. What are the strengths of the Maghrebi dream? First one. So you have the same ethnic groups: Arabs, Amazighs, and Tuaregs, who are the cousins of the Amazigh. Same religion is the Islam, Sunni, Maliki. Same traditions, same customs, same languages. So Like for example, if you take the if you take the case of two cities, one located in Morocco, the name is Fez, and the other one in Tlemcen, in Algeria. I must take my time so as to distinguish and to know if the guy is from Tlemcen or Fez. Same accent, same customs, same way of wearing clothing, food. Really, it's very amazing. Even though for example, I'm Moroccan, but sometimes I'm confused if that guy is from Morocco or Algeria. Especially the cities of Tlemcen and Fez, and they have cousins. I when I was at the university long time ago, the bachelor degree, I was with a guy. With a friend. That friend, his family name is Tlemceni, but he's from Fez. He's Moroccan. His family name is Tlemceni, but he's from Fez. And he told me that they were, first of all, when they came from Spain after the Catholic get back Andalusia, Al-Andalus, Spain and Portugal from Arabs long time ago. So they kick out Muslims from Iberia to the Maghreb countries. So they go to many cities like Saleh, like Rabat, like Marrakesh, like Tétouan, like Tlemcen, also in Algeria, and other cities in Kairouan in Tunisia. So that's why you have families. They have the same roots, and they have the same customs. So that friend told me that he still has cousins in from the other side of the borders. Also, people from Oujda, from the Moroccan side, or Maghrebi, or Wahran, or Oran. Really, I think we have a common story, and we have a common religion. We can cooperate with each other. I'm talking about people. So let's talk about other strengths. People agree. If you ask anyone from the Maghreb countries, even in the deep region from the Sahara in Mauritania, he would tell you that he agrees for the union and the cooperation between the Maghrebi people. Also, if we talk about economics, the countries of the Maghreb are rich in terms of resources and wealth. So in terms of minerals, energy, petroleum, gas, water, agriculture, cattle, the fishery wealth also. And there is also one thing which is very important, one factor, is the population growth. We have many marriages, many children. That's good. It's a resource in itself, because even though you have the wealth, the resources, I'm talking about material resources. Who's gonna walk? How can you walk? How can you manage that kind of resources if you don't have humans? So population growth is very important. So that's why, for example, Germany and Canada or other Western countries, they bring a labor force from our countries. It's due to the poor growth of their populations. So they import population from us. Weaknesses, W. So the absence of cultural and economical and political elite to sustain and make the media coverage about that project, that dream. Also the analphabetism, also the lower quality of education, the matter also of cultural identity that we have. The Maghrebi people. I'm telling one story, for example. The Maghrebi, for example, he studied in Arabic. I mean, the technical topics like mathematics, biology, sciences. But when he get the baccalaureate degree and he wants to go to the college, I mean to the university, then he must study technical topics in French, which means that when he is at the high school or even before, he must improve his French. And the Arabic, I mean the Arabic language is so poor. And that make me, I mean that reminds me a proverb that we use in our Arabic cultural, in our Arabic culture, which is the you know the story of the crow and the pigeon. You know the Columba livia domestica, the pigeon, two birds. So the crow was so fascinated by the way of walking of the pigeon, and it wants to imitate that way, and he's all. I mean, it is always insisting on imitating that kind of his way, its way of walking, but the crow didn't succeed to imitate the way of walking of the pigeon, so he forgot his way of walking, and he did not learn how to walk like a pigeon. So it means that no identity, no way of walking. You understand my meaning? So this is the matter that we have in our cultural identity. We have to perform in French, Spanish, and also English. At the same time, we don't perform in Arabic. And all the nations that are leaders in research and development, culture, we can take the example of the United States, Great Britain, China, France, Spain, also our neighborhood. Our neighbors. The research and development is made in Spanish or English or French. I mean, in the local language of the country, of the nation. They learn in their native language, mother tongue. I'm talking about the mother tongue. If you want to perform, please use your mother tongue. As Arabs, we must use our mother tongue. It doesn't mean that we don't have to learn the other languages. Yes, we learn so as to communicate with the others and to learn from the others. For example, for me, I learned many things from the French culture, from the Spanish culture, from the American, in the British culture, from also the Chinese culture. We have to be open to the other cultures, to take what is suitable to our religion and culture, and not to reject, but to not to follow. No, to not to follow, because it's not suitable to our culture. That's it. The way of thinking, the way of wearing clothes, the way of working, things like that. Anyway, so I close the brackets. Let's back to our topic. So let's talk now about the opportunities. The big opportunity is the possibility of the intra-trade of Maghreb countries. For example, the country which has no gas, petroleum, should buy it from his neighbor, and vice versa. For example, tourism, agricultural food, agricultural items, textile, you buy it from your neighbor, and vice versa. You have to develop our intra-trade so as to have many interests in common, and to think one time and twice before taking any decision that could corrupt the relationship between the neighbors. So this is very important. So the business. So let's make business between each other. I mean, I'm talking about all the Maghrebi countries. Also, we can also develop the networking economies, like for example, like specialty of tourism. We give it to certain country, energy, for example, energy industries to the other country, and vice versa. And we make the exchange in terms of culture, in terms of experiences, like higher commissions of economics, of culture, of cooperation. Also the students, like for example, we can send our students to the other countries and vice versa, receive students from the other countries. This is the way how to, if you want to develop a partnership. I'm talking about the partnership because we have many treaties, models of treaties that we can talk about, like the EU or NAFTA or Mercosur. Those countries, they don't have something in common, but they cooperate between them. So also we can talk about education. Education is very important. So let's not talk about the threats. What are the threats? T. The borders are closed. Number one. Number two, we have conflicts of borders. The interference of other countries in internal affairs of the Maghrebi countries and their sovereignty. So, like that, they can draw benefits from the competitive advantages of each country. So they keep diplomatic relations with that country, and then they create conflicts. Like that, I draw benefit from that one, and the country X and the country Y, for example. And that principle was developed by one of the greatest masters of the international diplomacy. He's dead, but really, he's genius. So we have to say it. No peace, no war. So there is no conflict. There is only small conflicts. So small conflicts, they have the control on that conflict, and then no peace, no war. Like that, they draw benefit from that country and that country, and so on. They are really brilliant, smart in professionals of experts of international relations and diplomacy. They know about what I'm talking. So, well, I think that after making the SWOT analysis, we can talk about recommendations, what we can do if you want to push forward our dream. So we can get lessons from the experiences of the other unions that we have. Like, for example, the EU. European Union started only in 1956 between 6 countries. I think it was a Treaty of Rome, and they founded an association of free trade of steel and I think steel. Yes, steel. Italy, France, Benelux, so Belgium, Netherlands, Luxembourg, Germany. Yes, 6 countries, and they have. I mean, they had just made the war between them, the International World War and the first one, 1914 till 1918, and the second one, 1939 till 1945. And European countries, they made a lot of wars, a bloody war, if you allow me the expression, really. During many centuries, I'm not going to tell you decennies, no, centuries. France with England against Germany with Germany against Russia, Spain and Portugal against France, and so on. So really centuries of wars and conspiracy. But at the end, so thanks to the Marshall Plan and the United States that sustained the the Allies in the Second World War. So they implement that plan so as to invest in Europe as I mean a market of consumers, of a huge market. And also they founded the NATO. So they get they draw benefit from that NATO. I mean from that treaty, really. So it was I mean fruitful for all of them, the U.S. as well as as well as the U.S. and the EU. And now you can see that the EU, it's about 27 or 28 countries. Even though there is the Brexit, I mean the Great Britain is out right now, but they still maintain good relationships. And you can check, for example, Spain had a conflict with Great Britain about Gibraltar, but even though that, so they keep relations between them, economics. You have tourists from England and from UK. They come to Spain, and also students, Spaniards. They go to study in England. British, they come to invest in real estate, for example, or agriculture, whatever, and also the Spaniards, and vice versa. So we let our conflicts. We let them at the end of the story, and we start by things that we can do together in terms of cooperation. So this is the most important. So if we understand that, that we can in the Maghreb countries we can go forward. Also, you have the NAFTA, I mean North American Free Trade Association between the U.S., Mexico, and Canada. You have the Mercosur between the countries of Latin America. I think Brazil, Argentina, Uruguay, Paraguay, and Chile. I think 5 or 6 countries. I don't remember. But anyway, so you can find in for example, in the EU, not the same religion, not the same customs, not the same food. They don't have so many things in common. But even though, and also they have wars and conflicts. But even though that, so they managed to build that great project, which is the Union of Europe. I am fascinated by such projects. I really congratulations for them. I told you I'm going to tell you one thing also. So for the Maghrebi project, for our dream, we can also invite Egypt to be to integrate or to be in that union, because they have the same language, almost same religion, and they are about 100 million 10 capita. So it's a big market for the Maghreb countries, and also we can draw benefit from their relations with the Middle East countries, and also the deepest southeast of Africa. I mean the Nile countries like Ethiopia or Uganda, and also they have skills. They have skills, so we can cooperate with them. Now the issue is to cooperate and to make alliances. This is very important. So really very important if you want to go forward in all activities. Education, energy, economics, tourism, research and development, investment, whatever. I think that we should think about that. And I think that we have a common destiny. And I think that there is a day that would come, inshallah, to get the union of the Maghreb countries. But we should focus on two important factors. The first one is the political will, and the second one is the popular will. But let's start by the popular will. Let's cooperate with each other. I mean, and not to pay attention to for example, to some stories or to some fake news, like for example about that country or the other country. And you know that the goal is to create conflicts, so as to destroy that dream and that project. And I'm going to end by one verse of Quran in Surah Al-Anfal, verse number 46. وَأَطِيعُوا اللَّهَ وَرَسُولَهُ وَلَا تَنَازَعُوا فَتَفْشَلُوا وَتَذْهَبَ رِيحُكُمْ وَاصْبِرُوا إِنَّ اللَّهَ مَعَ الصَّابِرِينَ. Translation: and obey Allah and His Messenger, and do not quarrel, for then you will be weak in hearts and powers, and be patient. Surely Allah is with the patient. End of translation. Thank you for your attention, and let's end by my favorite verses, which are as follows: ألا بذكر الله تطمئن القلوب وقل اعملوا وسيرى الله عملكم ورسوله والمؤمنون وستردون إلى عالم الغيب والشهادة ونبئكم بما كنتم تعملون. One more time: hard luck for the Maghrebi dream. For the Maghrebi dream. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.